This is Carl with the three things I'm watching for Friday, September the 12th, WASD Day. I gotta start out. We're getting more production estimates coming out of South America as they get their planting season underway. Got some old crop data out too. Conab put their official numbers out yesterday, raising them both corn and soybean crops. Conab not changing their export forecasts though, and neither are many other analysts, especially on corn. Domestic demand consuming this increase in production in Brazil. So even though we're seeing bigger crop estimates, might not see much more competition from Brazil, at least not on the whole grain side. So kind of an interesting development. One thing we are picking up on yesterday, Rosario Grain Exchange and Buenos Aires Grain Exchange put out their estimates on Argentina, looking for a cut in corn acres. Kind of interesting there. Cost of production too high. Also looking at they feel they can import corn and over soybeans. So kind of interesting in Argentina there. Inflation data yesterday came out. CPI, we're creeping higher on our inflation. The reason, and it's not spiking, it's just a steady, gradual grind higher. Inflation up from last year, inflation up from July. Food and energy, the two biggest costs raising inflation right now, and we are looking at food inflation. President Trump said he's going to look into the high price of beef, and like I said, unless he's got some feedlots we don't know about, he ain't going to be able to do a lot for that. But the thing is, after all the data that's been put out, yes, it does look like we're going to see a rate cut, but with inflation creeping higher. A lot of analysts and economists talking about a 50 basis point cut. I would be surprised if we got much more than 25 points. And with inflation starting to creep higher, that might be the only rate cut we see for a while. Stay tuned. Of course, the third and final thing, it's WASD Day today. Fine tuning mostly expected, corn, soybeans, and wheat. Watch the corn yields. Corn yield likely to drop, soybean yield likely to come down too, and it's a matter of how much at this point. Trade also becoming a lot more interested, invested in some of these early yield reports we're getting here, more numerous, and they're starting to stretch across the entire corn belt. Guys in Iowa that I know heading to the fields, not real pleased with what they're finding on corn. Said many times, fields treated with fungicide, Southern Rust still won this year. We're seeing guys come in a solid 20 bushels less than they expected on corn. That was in treated fields. Guys that didn't treat fields aren't saying a word right now. That is a telling tale. Those are the three things I'm watching today.